They called me selfish. AITA for H for putting a bedtime pause on the Wi-Fi because my girlfriend's 28-year-old brother has spent nearly a decade rotting in our house playing video games? I still can't believe this actually happened. Around 8 years ago, my girlfriend's younger brother moved back into our house with his wife after leaving the Marines. After high school he enlisted, spent a few years mostly doing support and base-related work, then got out. His plan was to use his GI Bill, pursue a real education, and figure out a long-term career path while staying with us temporarily. We fully supported them. No rent, free housing, utilities, internet, food, and we constantly cooked meals for them. We also helped with job opportunities, resources, and encouragement. The problem is that, temporary, slowly became years. He never committed to school, never held a serious job, and slowly spent almost all his time gaming. He stays up until sunrise, wakes up around 3 p.m., and avoids people whenever guests come over. Meanwhile his wife worked full-time as a cashier supporting both of them. Eventually she cheated and left him, saying she no longer felt anything for someone who had lost all ambition and passion for life. Cheating is wrong, but I understood how resentment could build after years of carrying someone. After the divorce he admitted he had wasted years of his life and promised he wanted to change. We supported him through that too. Then my girlfriend's parents moved back onto the property to emotionally support him as well. The house was originally bought by them years ago before being transferred into our names, so technically it's ours now, but there's still family attachment involved. Fast forward to now and nothing has changed. He's 28 and still spends nearly all day in his room gaming. I've brought this issue up to my girlfriend multiple times over the years. Almost every time she either gets angry at me for bringing it up or says he's working on a study program or figuring things out, but those plans never actually happen. Her parents have also admitted they're tired of talking to him because nothing changes. At this point I honestly feel like I'm stuck in an echo chamber where everyone recognizes the problem but nobody wants to confront it anymore. 2 weeks ago I quietly set a Wi-Fi bedtime pause from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. since me and my girlfriend pay basically all utilities including internet. Honestly, I thought it would affect nobody except him because everyone else sleeps like normal adults. My girlfriend got upset because I did it without telling her. She said she couldn't sleep knowing there was tension in the house because of the Wi-Fi pause. She also explained that growing up, her grandparents controlled things in the house in ways that made her feel like she had no freedom, so the Wi-Fi situation brought back bad memories. I told her I understood that and agreed what her grandparents did was unfair. But I also told her she isn't a child anymore, and neither is her brother. This isn't parents punishing teenagers. This is a 28-year-old grown man spending nearly a decade avoiding adulthood while everyone around him financially cushions the consequences. I finally told her something that came from years of frustration. Somehow everyone can sleep peacefully while watching her brother waste his life isolated in a bedroom gaming all night, but pausing the internet for 6 hours suddenly becomes the unbearable problem. She thinks I'm being cruel towards someone who may be depressed. I think everyone has spent years enabling self-destruction because nobody wants to be the bad guy. AITA. Update. Hey everyone, thank you for all the comments. I honestly never expected this post to blow up the way it did. I've been trying to read through as many comments as possible and really reflect on the situation instead of reacting emotionally. A lot of people had questions regarding the ownership of the house, and I do admit I wasn't very clear about certain details. Part of that was intentional because I wanted to maintain some anonymity for myself and the people involved in case the post gained too much attention, which it obviously did. I hope you guys can understand that. After reading through many of your perspectives, I sat down with my girlfriend last night and we had a very serious conversation about the future and expectations moving forward. I explained to her that I cannot continue living in a situation where one person refuses to take accountability while everyone else is expected to carry the burden. For clarification, the issue is mainly regarding her brother. A lot of the frustration comes from the fact that there has been little to no initiative from him despite everyone around him trying to help. I understand people go through difficult periods in life, and I truly tried to be patient and supportive, but at some point effort has to come from the individual too. I told my girlfriend that if nothing changes, then we will need to separate living arrangements and I will move out. As difficult as that conversation was, I felt it was necessary because this situation cannot continue indefinitely without structure, accountability, and actual effort being made. The plan moving forward is to establish real deadlines and measurable steps for her brother to start addressing his situation instead of continuing to avoid it. As many commenters pointed out, VA resources will be the first thing we push him toward pursuing immediately. After that, we discussed career workshops, employment assistance programs, and other resources that could help him get back on his feet and build some long-term stability. I also made it clear that I am willing to support someone who is actively trying to improve their situation, but I cannot continue enabling someone who refuses to help themselves. I care deeply about my girlfriend and her family, which is why I stepped up and stayed patient for as long as I did, but I've also realized I need to protect my own future, finances, and mental well-being too. For now, I'm focusing less on promises and more on actions. I genuinely appreciate everyone who offered advice, criticism, concern, and even tough truths. A lot of your comments gave me perspectives I honestly had not fully considered before. Submitted by /u/elliptic, link, comments. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more daily videos.